does make a considerable difference to me, having someone with me on whom I can thoroughly rely.
Oh, it's nice to see you, Watson.
It's pretty obvious that the chemistry from the film is kind of carrying over to right now.
Guy, just turn the camera on and just let us play around for 4 months.
Can I tell you what gets me every time? Get that out of my face. It's not in your face, it's in my hand. Get what's in your hand out of my face.
Get that out of my face.
It's not in your face, it's in my hand.
Get what's in your hand out of my face.
They've been flirting like this for hours.
It's a little bit of The Odd Couple.
Thank you.
Bit of The Odd Couple.
Thank you. That's it.
A little bit
It's
Butch
the
and
domestic, a
Sundance.
little bit Butch and Sundance. I mean, it's like the centre of it is that these two slightly outcast type men are living together in this in a small London house, and one wants to live one way, the other wants to live the other way, and they also have he has an incredibly eccentric job, which is to be a private investigator.
Holmes, leave the case alone.
Case reopened.
But I would think like taking on I guess an iconic character like Sherlock Holmes would be a scary situation. I mean, what made you want to take this film on?
Well, it only seemed natural. This seemed like a sort of perfect segue going from the films that I previously made to films that I suppose I'm interested in making. And it had the deep pockets of a studio, but also it still had an English identity. So it was really a marriage, a sort of transatlantic marriage. I know a little bit about those, by the way.
Guys just made it a little more dynamic. So what people are going to see is a very engaging, energetic, dynamic, modern take on an old story.
Holmes, what are you doing?
Nothing. They can't necessarily outwit each other. They really know how to ping-pong it back and forth. And a lot of it's just personal. I mean, the great thing is they have this case where the entirety of London might be destroyed. He has a marriage pending.
Yes.
I might not make it from one set piece to the next. People are trying to kill me, and we're bitching about it.
But it's more important, yes. Is that my waistcoat?
I was simply studying your methods, should the authorities ask me to hunt you down.
You had amazing chemistry with Robert Downey Jr.
Oh,
what was it like
thank
working
you.
with him?
I mean, he makes it easy, you know. He's brilliant, and he works really hard. You know, it's amazing. He, of all people, could just sit back and you know, phone it in, and he does the exact opposite. You know, he's always coming up with something new, and you know, he just kind of takes the brakes off and goes for it all the time.
Lord Blackwood.
The witness stated that he saw Lord Blackwood rise from the grave.
You scared the crap out of me in this movie, man.
I take that as an enormous compliment.
Okay. You're a very engaging, you know, person, and then you scared that, you know, in the film you're like, you know, in somebody's face. So how fun was it playing the villain?
Well, you know, when I became an actor, I always thought it was about reinventing yourself, about becoming something that you're not, you know, moving yourself to another place, playing different characters, as far removed from you as possible. So maybe that's why I like the bad guys, because in life I think of myself as a fairly easygoing sort of guy.
You guys actually kicked some serious ass in this, which I really enjoyed. You know, how is it for you guys like doing those action scenes and getting to, you know, pop some of the bad guys?
It's good fun. First of all, it puts an onus on keeping in shape for the duration of the film. There's also something just playground, out-and-out fun about them. Working out how to, you know, take someone down, or how do I take out two guys? I've got to stick here, I want to do him, I've got to keep an eye on you. All of that stuff is just, is a laugh.
Traditionally, Sherlock Holmes was the first sort of really Western martial artist, and Watson was a wounded soldier. So, you know, it only seems natural that they should both be physical as well as intellectual.
He's pretty superb at what he does, you know, just acting-wise, but he's also physically, you know, so gifted. I mean, he's graceful, but he's also really tough, and, you know, he's, like, really tough. You know, he's got punched in the face, like, and it was nothing on set one day, you know, and he's so physically fit, and you know,
the
he's
abs
just
were
kind
real,
of a great
those were painted
package.
on?
A little bodysuit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they were real.
Can you guys brawl in real life? I mean, you take some of that?
Every day.
Yeah, good.
Watson, you have the grand gift of silence. Makes you quite invaluable as a companion. Ah!